Hey guys, episode 6 of The Bachelorette came on. So, no, it wasn't The Bachelorette, it was The Bachelor. Episode 6 of The Bachelor came on, so I am here with another recap. So, stick around and find out my thoughts on who went home and whatever other thoughts I may have.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town.
Okay, so episode 6 started off with Joey and Maria in a long white car, which I later realized was a limo. They are still in Montreal, Canada. There are 10 women remaining. And Joey basically started this off saying how he is kind of struggling with opening up. He knows that feelings are getting stronger with some of the women. And so he's holding back. And this is a result of how he did open up with Charity. And I feel like he should have resolved that prior to agreeing to being the Bachelor. Maybe they should start like Bachelor therapy for people who have, speaking of love after heartbreak, I have a coaching program. So maybe Joey should have booked with me. But anyway, shameless plug. So there are 10 women remaining. What are you doing over there?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get over the pillow.
Oh, God. All right, there's 10 women remaining, and we are starting off with a group date. So everyone is going on this group date except for Kelsey T and Maria. Those two ladies are going to get one-on-ones later. The group date was, drumroll please, touring the city, but they made it as a scavenger hunt. Joey, he looked like he tired. He was hanging in there. So we are rooting for you, Joey. He did say that when Jen is around, he feels like no one else is in the room with them. They clearly have a connection, and I do like Jen, so I'm not mad at that. Some of the women did start expressing how it's starting to be a struggle seeing him build connections with the other women, which makes sense. They also feel like they're not getting enough attention. Yeah, sounds about right. There's still 10 women, and that goes without saying, I feel. Caitlin, she expressed to Joey how it's hard to see connections he's formed with other women grow stronger than their connection is. He also told Kelsey he has zero doubts when it comes to her. She says she's falling for him. Lexi, she asked him his timeline when it comes to what he has in mind of engagement, marriage, kids. He said that he would probably do like a 2-year engagement, then marriage, which I'm not mad at because I don't think people should rush into marriage at all. I feel like it was a little bit different for the Golden Bachelor because they were older, like in their 70s. So they really probably didn't have time to do a 2-year engagement and then another year planning and whatever else. So that made sense. But in most cases, I don't think people should generally rush into getting married. But as Lexi said last week, she has endometriosis, so she's going to have a harder time. Or she could have a harder time getting pregnant. So we're going to circle back to that because they touched on that again later. Jen let him know she was falling for him. He said that he could get up and start dancing because he was happy when she said that. Jess also let him know she was falling for him, and he let her know, although that was super nice to hear, he doesn't feel that same connection, and it brought him back to his concern of hopefully that doesn't happen to him in the end. He feels a way about someone and they don't feel that way back. So in the nicest way possible, he did end up walking Jess out. So her time on the show has come to an end, and Jen is the one who got the group date rose. So happy about that. Next was the one-on-one with Kelsey T. They did some Cirque du Soleil training, and they were just having fun. It reminded me of like being at Sky Zone or some sort of trampoline park. But yeah, they did aerial stuff, and he was getting dizzy. Kelsey T was super nurturing, and he did thank her later at the nightcap for being patient with him. She went on to, express that she's starting to have more feelings for him as well, which I feel like that's just across the board for all the women. They're going to have feelings for him. He's the only man that they get to date. So yeah, it just makes sense. She also expressed how growing up, she was close with her dad, and as she got older, they kind of separated. She said that she wanted to go to college, and her dad was like, well, if you're going to be in my house, you have to be a part of that religion, which it didn't sound like a regular religion that we all probably hear popularly. So it sounded a little different because she called it that religion, and she was like, I didn't want that for me. I feel like if it was something like Christianity, she would have said that more openly. So I don't know. Y'all go ask Kelsey. No, don't go ask Kelsey. Mind your business. Just know that she didn't want to be a part of that, and that caused a strain with her and her father's relationship. Joey, of course, was super understanding and patient with her. They talked more about their connection, and Kelsey T did end up getting a rose. Last for the dates, but not least, was Maria. They were in Canada, which is where she's from. He said that they always have fun. They're just being themselves. I like Maria, but I feel like Maria will stress him out, y'all. She is not the one for him, but they do have a strong connection, which I love. When friends have a strong connection, I absolutely love it. He took her shopping. Then they went on a helicopter ride. Then at the nightcap, they went to dinner from the helicopter ride. And basically, she talked about how her ex dangled the possibility of an engagement over her head. At this point, she just wants someone who stands on business, okay? She does not want someone teasing an engagement. She wants someone who's going to actually follow through. They both said they make each other happy. She got a rose. Who knows? Maria may make it to the top 3, but I just don't think she's his person. I do think she will be in Bachelor in Paradise. I cannot see Maria being the next Bachelorette. I really, really like Maria, so this is no shade to her. She seems like a fun time, but I just don't see her and Joey really being married, okay? Next up, Lexi went to Joey's hotel room, and basically she was saying she knows they're on 2 different timelines when it comes to getting married and having kids. And long story short, she decided to call things off with him. And he, was shocked by it, but he understood. And that was like the most mature thing for both of them to do, especially her. It is quite interesting though, because it's like, who's to say how long it will take her to meet someone, actually marry them and then start a family with that person. But if she wasn't feeling it, she wasn't feeling it, and you gotta respect that. The next morning, Joey said he was still shocked about Lexi leaving. He spoke to the women about it, and he was scared that other women, or he's growing connections with other women, and they may not be there, having those same feelings for him in the end. So yeah, he basically said how he was having a tough week, and all the women decided to just step their game up. Daisy says she's taking the gloves off. She had this man giving her a foot massage. Jen taught him how to play a song on the piano in front of the other women, and everyone was just putting themselves out there. So I think everyone is getting ready to step it up a notch, okay? At the rose ceremony, 3 women already had the roses, which were Jen, Kelsey T, and Maria. there were only 3 more roses on the pillar, which meant 2 women had to go. So the 3 additional roses went to Daisy, which we love her. She's still in our top 2, Kelsey A, and Rachel. I also really like Rachel. This means Caitlyn and Leia, it was time for them to go. I never saw a connection with Caitlyn and Joey. Leia, I did like her in the beginning, but she started tripping last week or the week before. So I was fine with seeing her leave as well. And that is the recap, y'all. Let me know what you guys thought of this week's episode. Did the right people get sent packing? There were 4 women who left: Jess, Lexi, Caitlyn, and Leia. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a return of the Lexi on a future episode, though, because I don't know, it just seemed like they weren't really done. So we will see. Now, let me know if y'all think she's going to make a comeback. All right, y'all. So thanks for watching the recap, and I will see you guys in the next one.